Hello everybody, I cannot stop smiling because my car is normal again. It has been 3 years and I finally have the solution. If you are dealing with a 2017 Honda CR-V where all of the warning lights pop up on the dashboard, there's no answers from Honda, which is why I will never ever buy a Honda ever again. But right now the new car inventory here in Hawaii is pretty lax, so I am just gonna literally ride this out for a few more months, but I needed to get it fixed. So for me, my car, the warning lights started about 3 years ago. Again, it's a 2017, so this was like 2019 that the first time the warning lights started popping up on the dash. Honda didn't have any idea why that was happening, and they were saying it could be like the fuel injectors because cylinders 1 and 4 were misfiring, and that's what the codes were reading. So everyone that I spoke to said, well, if your car's at 60,000 miles, there's no way the fuel injectors that shouldn't be an issue. Fuel injectors last almost the life of the vehicle, so that can't be right. So the warning lights would come on and off like every 4 months at first, and then it just became more and more consistent. And recently, by, I don't know, the last like 4 months, it was just every day they were on. And then my car would start losing power as I was going downhill, or my uncle who works on cars was saying it would go into limp mode. So I would come down to the bottom of the hill and then accelerate, and I couldn't go over 5 miles per hour. And then it happened on the freeway, and that's when I said, okay, I need to do something. So I went to, my dad had recommended this like Just Answers webpage, and I spoke to a mechanic. A mechanic called me, and he was saying with the 2017, it is the fuel injectors. If it's the codes for 1 and 4, you could switch around 2 and 3, but the whole process to replace fuel injectors is a long one, and it's not an easy deal, which is probably why Honda isn't recalling it, because it does take about 3 hours to redo your fuel injectors. So luckily my landlord is really good with cars, and so the mechanic was saying what you could do is just order 4 fuel injectors online, like on eBay. So I got the right numbers for my fuel injectors, ordered them on eBay. They got here within 3 days, and then it took about 3 hours for my landlord to put in the new fuel injectors. When he took out the injectors, the old ones, they were so black and fried, literally fried. And I'll put the video in there for you to see. And he was saying fuel injectors should not look like that. Maybe at like 150 to 200,000 miles is when they would turn that color. So it was such a relief. I turned on the car, all the warning lights came on as soon as he had fixed it, and then we went on a test drive just around the block, and all of them switched off. And I'm so happy that it's finally been fixed. So guys, fuel injectors, it is that your cheapest option is ordering them on eBay and finding somebody that you know that can work on cars. I paid my landlord like $350 to do it, because it is about a $1,200 to $1,300 to $1,400 job if you were to take it to a mechanic. I got the 4 fuel injectors on eBay for $68. If you do order it through a mechanic, they charge about $200 per injector, and you need 4 of them. So, and then about $100 an hour for labor. So that's why they're so expensive, and why Honda hasn't done the recall, because it would literally, the thousands of you that are dealing with this, which is so not fair, it would just take Honda forever to recall and work on all of these cars, so, and put in new fuel injectors. But I will never buy a Honda again. That was the worst experience ever, and I'm just happy that it's fixed, and I hope that you guys can fix your cars too. So that is the cheapest option. Order parts on eBay find somebody who can work on it and pay them what you feel is right. And I'm so happy. And my car is driving so much more smooth. Like before, I felt like it was, sputtering, if you will, while I was accelerating. And then obviously I had the lack of acceleration, the limp mode issue as well. And the fuel injectors are just the new ones. It feels like a brand new car. It really does. It's great. But so when I did take it to Honda after it had stalled on the freeway, they said the exact same thing. And this time the woman that I spoke to at the Honda dealership was saying it is the fuel injectors. It's 100% the fuel injectors. It's nothing else. And again, really crappy on Honda for not recalling or saying anything about this issue for so long. I don't know what other years have the same issue, but obviously Honda just ordered a really bad batch of fuel injectors and they weren't made to last. So I don't know. I'll keep you updated if the lights do come back on. I'm at 111,000 miles at the moment. So I'm almost, or 110,000 miles. So I'm almost at the point where I'm just going to get a new car that's not Honda, which is a shame because the interior of these cars is really nice. It is a good car. CR-Vs are good for the price, but just after dealing with that, and I mean, I was getting ready to sue Honda Corporation because it's just, that's absolutely ridiculous that they expect somebody who already spent $30,000 on a car, especially to get additional safety features like lane keep assist, to have all the warning lights pop up and not be able to use any of those safety features while those warning lights are on. To know it's the fuel injectors, that's almost a $2,000 fix, is just asinine. So if you're looking for a used car, don't get a 2017 CR-V, and just avoid Honda if you can, because I'm not happy with them. So I think it's either the Kia Sportage or the Toyota RAV4 next. But I'll let you know if the lights ever pop back up. But for now, that's your solution.